It's your boy Casino Life. Everything is 1K. That's a rag. Catch me on Straight Facts. Shout out to BIA Media and Currency Entertainment.
Straight Facts.
Back at it again. You already know Sosa on the cut.
And your man Zace in the building, you already know. And today we have Casino Life in the building. Thanks for coming, brother. Local Ottawa artist, right? And entrepreneur.
Thanks for having me, my G.
It's an honor, my brother.
So you're originally from Congo. Can you talk to us about your upbringing and your first introduction to music?
Basically, I came here when I was like 6, you know? So, like, you know, the typical like cultural music that you hear back at home that your parents play. That's how we came up. That's what I usually came up hearing, you know.
Traditional Congolese music?
Yeah, traditional Congolese music, exactly. So like, you know, Wenge music, Papa Wemba, people like that, you know.
Yeah. Right. No, that's very good. And during your childhood, like, what was your first memory of hip hop?
Yeah.
Hip hop, I had to give it to my older sister, because she had like a subscription for Columbia House and like BMG.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was like a. There was
no Fali Pupa on that, right?
No, they used to offer. No, it was that's what she used to get like when we came to Canada. So like you would subscribe, and then you would get like 30 albums for like a penny each.
Wow.
Oh.
So she would pick like the latest hip hop albums, and then I would just go through them albums one by one, just listening to them in my bedroom and stuff, you know.
Oh wow, subscription based, very interesting.
Yeah.
So which hip hop albums did you grow up listening to?
Like everything, like from R&B to reggae to hip hop, like, cause you got to remember like these subscriptions were like. They were like basically like going into like a record store, so you get to pick any type of genre.
That was before Apple?
Way before Apple.
Holy shit.
The things used to come in the mail, like in a box, or like 30 CDs at a time, you know what I mean?
Also, it would come at your door.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And it would be like every month. So by the end of the year, you have like a whole collection, you know?
Yeah.
But what we would do with our collection, we would send it back home for our cousins back in Congo, so they would be in tune with what's going on back over here.
We get that little delay, right?
Yeah.
You enjoy it and then boom.
Yeah.
All right.
Pass on what you have. It makes sense.
Yeah. And bro, can you tell us a bit about, when you decided to take, music seriously and how you started recording and releasing music?
Well, I always had friends that used to do music, so I always been around like that environment of like young black men or you're just young people just trying to create something, right?
Yeah.
So I always used to go in with my friends. They used to always record on their own time, and I used to always be around. And I also I didn't want to make music at first. I wanted to be more like Dame Dash. Yeah, so like.
Do you want to be the boss? Shout out Dame Dash.
I wanted to be more like Dame Dash. You know? So it's like I came up off
you
that.
wanted to be Slim, not Birdman.
Birdman and Slim, you know what I mean?
Okay.
The both behind the scene.
Yeah, facts.
So I had an artist. I used to push my own artists, and just from doing those kind of things on the side, I was able to learn and have my friends are doing it on the side too. So, and then things with him didn't work out, and I just figured like, yo, why won't I just do it myself? You know what I mean?
What led you to choosing the artist name Casino Life? How'd you come up with that name?
Very good question. You gamble?
I feel like life is a gamble.
Okay.
Not everybody goes about it that way, but like certain people have a certain lifestyle where they're taking chances and taking risks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, at the time when I came out was when I was trying to actually do this music thing, I was in that kind of lifestyle where I would be taking risks and taking chances. So I just figured like, yo, Casino Life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
Have your family and friends been supportive of your music journey?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I could call my sisters right now and they'll spit you a verse from one of my songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word for word. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's up. Get you family members that spit your bars on the phone.
Yeah.
On the go, right?
Yeah, they better be supportive.
That's a good sister for sure. And what is your favorite song you've written? And what are, some lines from the song? Talk about your sister got your bars. I mean, tell us about your favorite song, your favorite bars.
Yeah. It's
Like,
your number one go-to.
I mean, I like all my songs, you know what I mean? Because, like, I take time to just come up with everything that I put together, right?
Maybe I'll ask you
like
which particular bars that, like,
That resonate with you?
Resonate with you, right? And that are very, like, it's a few good lines in a row that for sure, like, they're hits. Like, share it with us.
I like speaking to the woman at the same time,
Okay.
I like talking to the woman. So
Unisex
it's like,
bars, correct?
yeah,
Unisex
so
bars.
it's like, it would definitely be like a bar where I'm like trying to like interact with a woman, or I'm just describing a situation with a woman,
Right.
Yeah,
That's what's up. And I also checked out a few of your other songs. We'll talk about that later.
For sure.
Like a Prime Minister, trust issues with touches on police brutality. So we'll get to that a bit later. And tell me, what do you enjoy most about being an artist?
just being able to like inspire people,
That's big.
Yeah, like people gotta be able to feel like they're capable of doing it,
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes people that are from your sort of surrounding, your environment, to give you that boost or that drive and to believe that you could actually do it.
100%.
Yeah.
And can you talk to us? Talk a bit about Prime Minister. So we'll talk about it now. Talk to us about that video, right? It looks like you didn't go the cheap route. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch
like
of
it costs-
foreigns in it.
Yeah.
A man's in Rockcliffe in it.
What was the pretty penny?
Right. So you didn't spare no penny. So what was the inspiration behind the shoot and the video?
Like most of the cars are cars that like people that are around me.
No false flagging over here. I see the real niggas over here. Yeah, I see these niggas you came through
So
with.
it's like a phone call, like yo,
Yeah.
we're doing something, like pull up, But besides that, it's just trying to like actually paint that picture,
Right.
Like wear the suits, go to places that are like known in the city, historical places.
You went on the lookout on the Rockcliffe Parkway. I seen in the video.
Yeah, I always felt like that was a good, like a good place to like bring somebody that like's not from the city, that you could come out there and just show them like different sites. That's probably like one of the best sites,
I think I would agree.
Yeah.
Sosa's probably brought two of his shorties over there.
Hey man, you won't get me in trouble, man. So
Yeah.
what's something that people seem to misunderstand about you?
I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like I'm not like, I have that face that's not really like an approachable face, So people don't really want to come up to me and ask me what's going on, but like people know what's going on, Yeah.
Type of nigga you don't ask for the time. You know what I mean? Like you be like next nigga, like this guy.
What are some of the difficulties of being an artist that you've faced so far?
I don't really know. Like being as an artist, difficulties like for me personally, is promoting my music. Like,
Speak on it.
cause like I'm not the type to like go around and tell you, yo, this is what I do. This is my music, right? I just put it out there, but I know I got to do more promotion so people can actually get familiar with who I am.
With the car.
They can actually
Yeah.
hear your voice.
So I got to work on that, but like that's probably like the hardest part. Everything else is easy.
Yeah.
Do you think it's important for rappers, to really live what they talk about? We talked about false flagging, but real talk, like, what's your take on that?
Yeah, it's important because you're talking to the people, You don't want to lead people in the wrong way. So like, depending what your message is, you always gotta preach good things, or at least try to guide them the right direction,
Yeah.
So if you don't,
Go ahead.
so if you don't really know what you're talking about and you're just putting words together, like some kid might be listening to your things and might end up in the wrong path. But like if you're actually like trying to like inspire people to do good or just better their life, or like have faith or believe that they could actually achieve these things, then you're doing the right things.
Yeah, it's about essentially the influence that your music has to the listener overall, right? I would imagine.
For sure, it's all about the influence.
Yeah, definitely. It makes sense. If someone never heard your music, which keywords would you personally use to describe your overall sound and your style?
I love that question.
How would you describe it?
Astronomical.
Astronomical?
Yeah, like out of this world,
Right.
you know. Just like I have like, because coming from Ottawa, we're not like a big city.
Yeah. Speak of it.
You know, we're like a small town.
Yep.
No, we're like a big town, but a small city. So like, we're in between like Montreal and Toronto. We're not necessarily like close to the States. So you really get influence from like everywhere.
Yeah.
And we just take it all in. So like, the final product is just like a combination of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like most Ottawa artists is like, that's where I feel like that's where like where they have more like where they differentiate from like other artists is, because they have everything. Like they're just taking it from every corner and they're just trying to stand out.
Yeah, they're trying to be different.
So like while they're trying to stand out, they're looking at every corner, like Toronto, Montreal, New York, and they're just trying to like stand out from all those places. So it's like it's pressure, but at the same time it's challenging, but it's gonna make great artists.
Yeah, it's gonna make a better artist overall.
Yeah.
Using that type of influence.
Yeah.
For sure. And what do you think Ottawa's missing, you know, to make artists such as yourself, you know, reach the next level?
Just collaboration. Everybody just needs to like collaborate with each other.
You know, we've heard this from other artists from the city too.
Yeah.
Collaboration.
A lot of people have mentioned that. Definitely.
It's just people just need to be more friendly with each other. It's not like it's not a competition. You need to look at it more as like a collective trying to get somewhere. You know, like if Toronto's New York, then Ottawa's like Atlanta, right? So we just need everybody to just link up and just
Make it work.
Put out all that music
make it
together. You
work.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. In your experience so far, what's the best piece of advice that you've received in business that you've actually followed?
Save your money, it will save you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, just make sure you save money, because it's always gonna come a time where you're gonna need that money that you saved for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And only God knows, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. And, you know, we've always known you for being a paper chaser, you know what I mean? So what other dreams have you been chasing?
I'm just trying to ball, man, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to ball, you know?
Show the ice on your neck. Show the ice on your neck. We're not just saying that.
Like, the only thing I'm missing is just, you know, there's a part in one of my first freestyle that I said, the last thing they want to see is a nigga like me getting my hand on some real dope.
Oh, shit.
what I
We
mean?
asked you for the real bars earlier.
Like, that's the last thing niggas want to see, because like everything else is gonna fall in line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, other than that, besides all that bullshit, like also like my biggest dream would be to have a family, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Start
have some kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point as well, because it brings you definitely different type of riches, you know. I mean, you'll hear that from a lot of guys that have kids. But you know, we want to know, what is your top 4 rappers of all time?
Yeah.
Your Mount
Your Mount
Rushmore.
Rushmore,
Not
essentially.
5,
4.
not top 10, top 4. Your nigga over there is very clear on top 4. Top 4.
Like dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
I mean, it's not, yeah, dead or alive.
You got it.
Top 4, no real order, because I don't think Mount Rushmore has an order. But you gotta give us your top 4, and do not put Tekashi 6ix9ine in there. You're a real nigga. You know that. Come on, man. Tekashi can't come up to this nigga and be like, I'm real. Stop it.
Top 4?
Top 4.
Damn,
4.
like for sure Big.
All right.
Because like that was like
Yeah.
All About the Benjamin was the first track that I actually like recited. Like I didn't even know how to speak proper English, but I was just like I was just writing the shit down, trying to just mash the bars. You know what I mean? So like for sure,
Big's big.
Pac, because he was just like an activist, you know?
Yeah.
Just standing on business, you know?
Yeah, I can't go wrong with that. Two more.
You got 2 more. Yeah. Gotta make them count.
Nipsey.
Oh, last time that I checked. Hey.
All right.
I can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
You know, you're an entrepreneur and you're a rapper. Nipsey's a great role model, you know?
Last one, though.
Not least.
Like I gotta give it to Jay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Pretty good.
That's a good
Pretty
choice.
good.
That's a
good
pretty
choice.
top 4 solid, you know what I mean? Like
that's
let's
actually pretty solid.
Like you ain't knocking those top 4.
Yeah,
like,
you're
like
good. You
Big, Jay, Pac, and Nip.
Yeah.
That's solid. Some people might argue with Nip, but I'm not mad at that.
No,
You
Nip
know,
this is dope.
Nip is solid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Nip because
It's because of the impact.
like he was preaching like some other stuff. Like it was like his rap was one thing, but the stuff that he was saying outside of rap was actually like equivalent to the shit that he was rapping.
Right. He was actually talking about
Like
He
he
was
could
moving different.
have not even rapped and just spoke like real shit. The way he just speak on
Yeah.
his interviews, I said the shit that he used to say, and it would just still have the same impact.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
your
You know what I
top
mean?
4 solid.
It's just give him a bigger platform.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, what's your favorite song of all time and why? That's a tough one.
I'm gonna probably say the first song that I ever tried to write.
Okay.
All About the Benjamins, baby. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Now money's everything. Goddamn it, get those dollars. Yo, bro, real talk. Like we spoke a bit about that, you know, off camera. You know, about your entrepreneurial side, down payment. Talk to us about that. It's one of your endeavors, and where can we get the merch?
Down payment is basically like a platform for like artists or just anybody that's trying to invest in themselves, you know?
And that's on Instagram as uniquely, or it's on different platforms. Or?
So right now it's basically like only on Instagram, you know? That's where we're showcasing people.
Yeah.
And so it's basically like a platform so people could just come through, not come through, where people could just have a space where they could just actually like showcase their talent. And we're just actually looking, we actually take the time to like try to find the right combinations.
And it's all local people.
And it's all local. So it's like down payment, just for instance, like a down payment, like it's like an investment, right? You would take that money and you put a down payment for like a house.
Yeah.
So like that's the whole concept of the brand. Like we just want to have a collective of people that are trying to invest in themselves. And if that's what you're doing, then we're definitely going to be showcasing your talent and what you got to offer.
That's big, man. The city needs that. I seen on the page you had a lot of beautiful women. You also had, you know, great artists, and everything looked very glamorous, but it was all local.
Yeah.
Right.
All
So I was
local.
pleasantly surprised to see what the city had to offer in terms of talent and your simple beauty.
And that's the thing. Like people will go on that page and they'll see certain things, but they don't understand that everything on that page is local.
Yeah.
So it's also a way to inspire like the younger generation.
Yeah.
To like understand that like you don't need to outsource to like different city. You could actually get the inspiration from your own city, and that's what we're just trying to showcase. You know?
Yes, sir.
That's the power of networking.
Power to it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. It's like networking. So
Yeah,
like
it's
from
literally the power of
going to the page and just navigating through it, you could actually like connect with like different artists, different people that have different businesses,
different skills.
Yeah. Just like a whole.
It's a whole network.
You know.
Yeah, definitely. It makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And bro, if you could be remembered for one thing, you know, what would it be? What would you want to be remembered for? You're way gone. You're gone. You're under the dirt. You're already rotted.
Yo,
What do you want Casino Life's legacy to be?
just put it on for the city, you know.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Like that's just how it started. Like just seeing other people put on for their city and just like looking at my city and being like, yo, like I could do it. You know, I could represent for my city and do it like in a great way. You know, like
in a way that could inspire other artists.
Inspire other artists, look real fly, and just like you don't need to like outsource. Sometimes you can get the inspiration from your own place, you know.
Yeah. If you could collab with any other artists, who would it be and why?
Like, what do you mean?
Could be local, could be far away. It's up to you. It's your choice. Who would you work with if you could?
Anyone that's really like trying to like empower people the same way I'm trying to empower people, you know.
Yeah.
It just really comes down to that, you know. And that's like, even when it comes to making music, like you're not gonna collaborate with somebody just because he's hot or just because he has a wave.
Yeah.
Like it really comes down to the basic, and like you gotta check all the elements if it matches what your brand is about, you know what I mean?
What your vision is.
What your vision is and what you're trying to portray to the masses, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense.
And yo, we know you're a Southside nigga, right? So we gotta ask you, brother, like, which ends of the city's got the best rapper? You know what I mean? You can't tell me a Ledbury nigga, or you can't tell me a H Block nigga. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the South, East,
What do you mean outside of the
or
South?
Gatineau niggas. We want to know in the city, outside of the South.
That's an easy question for me because I'm actually looking and just to post these people, you know what I mean? Like on my page. So like I'm in tune with what's going on in the city.
Which
you know?
ends got the best rappers?
Which end's got the best rapper? I feel like everybody's moving right now, you know? I don't feel like the city's ever been like this before, like in terms of like music and like having people involved. Everybody's moving, you know? Like I see little homies in the east side moving. I see little homies in the west side moving. I see little homies in the south side moving. You know what I mean? So
What about up north? Gatineau niggas.
Gatineau.
You can't forget your Gatineau niggas. I got niggas in Blackpool dancing like this. Like, nigga, what about me, nigga? Bro, that's 300K people. There's talent up there. We had rappers from Gatineau, Quebec coming here, bro.
There's 300,000 in Gatineau?
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
That's a fact?
Yeah.
That's your city, my nigga. The metro area's got a lot to offer, you know?
I didn't know there was 300,000 in Gatineau.
We're going to go far. We're going to go get some numbers from the outskirts about them over there. But overall, bro, like, yeah, I hear you. The city, and I think the show can attest what you just said. We've had rappers from all areas.
The only thing is that people got to collaborate.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be like, I'm standing over here, and I'm standing over there, and I'm standing over there. Like, that's all good. Like, we can only go so far taking that approach, you know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I mix my following with your following and with his following, then we have like
A bigger following.
a bigger following, you know what I mean? It could be like 20,000 over here, 20,000 over there, 20,000 over here. That's 60,000 if we're all on the same track. You know what I mean? So it's all about collaborating and just trying to put
Mesh
all the
together.
bullshit aside, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
'Cause
That's big.
At the end of the day, like, there's gonna be politics everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
You just gotta navigate.
are we trying to make some money, or we're just trying to do it for fun? Are we trying to put the city on, or we're just trying to just
coast.
I think the city
just try to get some hype for the bitches? You know what I mean?
everybody's definitely
like-
rapping for different reasons.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all about the money though. Like, niggas gotta get paid off this shit. Like,
All about the Benjamins,
Yeah.
correct?
if we're not getting paid up all this shit, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
So, if you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would it be?
3 people, dead or alive.
Yeah, straight facts. But like there's
DOA.
dead or alive questions.
DOA.
Like I'm thinking in the brunch. Like I'm thinking
Yeah.
people go to brunch.
And you're paying.
And I'm paying.
You're about the Benjamins, right? And our server's happy, huh? Can't see the lights coming. My tip for the week. You're the bottle service girls. Shout out to all my bottle service girls too. Go ahead.
Who's picking?
Shout out to the bottle service girls for
shout
real
out to
though,
them.
man. You know they're looking all real sexy out here. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You know what I mean? But like, yo, it has to be people that like shifted the world. Like, it can't just be like an artist. Like, it has to be bigger than that. You know what I mean? I don't even know. My
3 people.
3 people. Damn. Like, I would definitely want to talk to like Martin Luther King.
Okay. Solid.
More than so.
My homie's telling me.
Yeah, I see your man doing sign language to you over
The
there.
homie's telling me he wants to know how Oprah got her first Billy.
Okay. That's not
So
bad. That's
they
not
bring
bad.
Oprah.
So you're gonna bring Oprah to the table and ask her how she got her first Billy. You know what I mean? If it's with our ethics and like our,
Hold on, but you
our
gonna pay for
morals.
Oprah still?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay for Oprah.
Okay.
She's a lady, you know what I mean? I gotta be
Yeah.
a gentleman. Like, I'm gonna pay for Oprah.
You're a real one. You're a real one.
You know what I mean?
Last one.
Damn, my last one.
Expensive taste.
The last one will probably be. Oh, okay.
DOA. Oh,
My homie's telling me Bob Marley.
Bob Marley's not bad.
Your homie smokes marijuana.
You know what I mean? But Bob Marley was a G. Like,
We
like
dead.
the way like his approach to music was different. Like,
Yeah.
like his music was like healing. Like, yo,
Facts.
it's not even a joke. Like,
You still get
If you
bumped in
have-
2022.
Yeah.
it's not even about getting bumped. Like, if you're having a bad time, bro,
Just bump it.
play some Bob Marley, my G, and you're gonna see what that shit does to your soul. Like, it's different. Like, it just shifted your whole mood. You know what I mean? So it's like, for sure, Bob Marley too. Oprah,
sure.
Bob Marley, and who was the last one? Martin Luther King, and
Yeah.
MLK. You know what I mean? They're all black.
Facts. Okay.
You know what I
Sorry,
mean?
whites. Sorry, non-blacks. Sorry, every the race but blacks. But that's straight facts. We love all nations. Let it be known.
Facts.
But hey, listen, you identified to the blacks. Is that bad? I mean, that you mentioned that.
No, not really.
That's what inspires me. You know? That's
so
what
if
moves me. That's what
anything, yeah,
motivates me.
It
You know
makes
what I mean?
sense.
I thought you would have said like Kobe or something, but it is what it is, you know.
Yo, Kobe's just different, man. Like,
Yeah.
Kobe's work ethic was just like you understand why he's Kobe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's days where I feel like Kobe was better than Jordan. And then there's days where I see those Jordan footage and I'd be like,
I don't know about that.
right? You know what I mean? But it's like the same person.
Yeah.
Like, there's footage of Kobe side to side with Jordan.
Right.
And it's looking like the person is doing the same thing.
Safe to say that question was kind of tough, right? Because there's so many, amazing people
Yeah.
that this world has produced. But Kobe Bryant again is a solid one. Can't go wrong with that. It's the Black Mamba, right?
Kobe's a good one.
And if you could go back and give your 18-year-old self, a piece of advice, what would it be?
The streets is a scam.
Streets is a scam, okay?
All right. Speak on it.
Elaborate.
The streets is a scam, man. Like it's a scam in so many ways. Like you could be doing this like let's just say like you're hustling for like 10 years, right? That comes with a lot of trials and tribulation, right? You could be working at that same 9 to 5 for 10 years and have a whole different thing set up for you that will be beneficial to your lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about like a pension. There's no pensions in the street. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta make it.
Facts.
Like, you can't sit back and be like, yo, I'm gonna be getting my pension. Like, you gotta keep hustling, right? And the way they have it set up is what? You would hustle, you catch a charge, right? And then for you to get back
Very
in that same system
Very
will be will be impossible for you. So then you'll be stuck working like
I see. To get back to the original 9 to 5 system.
you'll be stuck working like those dead end jobs
Correct.
that will never help you like get up in the ladder.
Or
You-
take more risk that other people wouldn't have to take, right?
there'll be no growth. Like you'll be like
you're
stuck in a
blocked.
dead end. So it's like, yeah, you might make a lot of money, but like let's just say you save up 100 G's. How long is that 100 G's gonna last you?
Not long now
You
with all
can't
the
retire with
inflation.
100 G's, my G.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Facts.
You just can't, my G. You know what I mean? So like the streets. I'm not gonna knock niggas in the streets. Like I'm just saying like.
You even talk about having lawyers or retainers and shit.
I'm just saying like
That money could go.
I'm just saying if you're gonna hustle, you gotta hustle with a purpose.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it could be like whatever you're doing might be bad to certain people, but like as long as you have a purpose, at least you're achieving a goal. And then after you get to that purpose, you might try to like branch off into different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But don't just hustle just to spend money on clothes.
So you tell your 18-year-old self
Alcohol.
basically that have an exit strategy, and overall, it could be misleading the street.
Have
right?
a purpose.
Yeah, just like
We mentioned it's a scam, right?
Yeah.
it's a scam. Like if I was to talk to like somebody that was younger than me, and he was like trying to hustle, I would tell him like, yo, go get a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Make sure you don't get a criminal record, because once you get that shit, it's like
It's tough.
you're gonna be stuck in that loop forever. You feel me? So yo, make sure you don't get a criminal record. Stick to that 9 to 5 and hustle with a purpose.
Speak to the youth. They need to look at the camera.
You know what I
Tell
mean?
them this.
I don't even know where the camera is. That's it. You know what I mean? Like.
But that is true.
Like, yo, make sure you keep that 9 to 5, hustle with a purpose, and don't get a criminal record. You know what I mean? Because then you still have opportunities and you have
Options.
options and lanes that you could just jump on. But once you get that criminal record, it's gonna make it a little bit harder for you. You know what I mean? It's gonna make it a little bit complicated for you. It's gonna make it so complicated that you're gonna have to make it. You have no other choice but to make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where the trap is, because once you get stuck into that trap, it's like your whole life depends on you making it and taking more risk
Yeah.
and more chances.
Yeah.
And just, you know what I mean? It just stacks up, and it's like at a certain point, you're gonna be a certain age and you can't take those chances no more.
You gotta assess.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Big facts.
So it's like, yo, if you don't realize that right away, it's gonna be too late for you to actually get ahead after you get that certain age where you're too old to actually not take no more chances. And that's when you realize, like, okay, you know what? Let me go get a 9 to 5. But it's like, yo, you're gonna be at that same position that you were if you were to work that 9 to 5 when you're 18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a trap, man. It's a scam.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Great gems for our viewers here.
Yeah,
Great
man.
gem for our viewers here. And that's straight FedEx over here. You already know,
Straight
man.
FedEx.
So now we're going to switch it up. Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to do a new segment. It's, an old segment that we're bringing back. It's called Finish the Sentence for Us. Okay? So I'm going to say a sentence, and you're going to finish it. Pretty easy.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing I do in the morning is...
Brush my teeth.
Very good.
Facts.
Can't go a little far in life with a stinky breath. Very good. My favorite thing about Ottawa is
The freedom, you know? The freedom. I feel like living in Ottawa, like, you get a different type of freedom, you know? Like, the city's not like... we're still growing, so, like, we're still free to do certain things that, like, other places... Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, me and my niggas, we move freely out here. Like...
after we're watching back too much as you would do like it's in Toronto or Montreal.
Yeah, if you don't step on anybody's toes and you're just like mind your own business,
Yeah.
you could live a comfortable life in Ottawa. You know what I mean?
Fair statement.
For sure.
If I could choose my last meal on earth, it would probably be
Last meal on earth.
last meal. Make it count.
Damn, I would have to have some fufu. Like, it will be some fufu and some sauce and definitely some type of meat like goats.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Chicken. or like some fish. You know what I mean?
Bring it back home. Bring it back home.
The ital things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. And you know, this show is on Currency Channel, so let's talk about money real quick. Okay, what amount of money do you need to be considered rich?
The Billies. Like, yo,
the way 190 million.
The way these rappers are talking, about Billies, it's like $1 million ain't shit right now, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even $1 million, you can't retire with $1 million.
You
like, yo,
cannot.
I'm you know what I mean? I'm my age, but like, if I had $1 million right now, unless I invested in some kind of business that's gonna bring me back money, I can't live off that $1 million for the rest of my life.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes no sense. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go broke at some point. You gotta pay rent. You gotta eat. You know what I mean? You gotta keep up with a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
$1 million ain't much, man.
What would you do with your first $1 million?
Probably just
First of many. I'm not saying it's your only $1 million you're gonna make.
like, I'll definitely like pay off the rest of my mom's mortgage.
Okay.
That's what's up.
First
Honorable.
thing first. You know what I mean? Whatever that is, I don't know what it is, but like, you know what I mean? Whatever that is,
Right.
you gotta scratch that off
The
the
bank will
list.
definitely tell you they'll be open for your check for sure.
Scratch that off. You know what I mean? Scratch that off the list, and then the rest is just like, yo, just try to invest in the things that's gonna bring more wealth for the future generation. You know what I mean? Because nowadays people always trying to push that whole you only live once, but that's not true. You know what I mean? Because like you have to do it for the next generation.
Yeah.
You gotta give them that.
Generational wealth.
But you got to give them that boost where they can actually get that step ahead, where they can actually have an opportunity to like.
Giving them a stepping stone.
They actually create generational
An
wealth.
opportunity.
Come on, man! Like you shouldn't have to work, then pay to go to school, then get a job. Like you should be able to like have money that you could, where you could just pay for your school and have to worry about that. So that's where it takes us to make those investments so the next generation could come up in a way where like as soon as they're 18 they already have money for school.
They're in a better position.
They already have money for a down payment. You know what I mean? So it's like they get that step ahead, like where they could focus on other things, like making it bigger for the rest of the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Putting that wealth into other things, you know what I mean? Where that'll bring more generational wealth for people that are coming after them, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now, we want to know what's your greatest investment. You don't have to break down your portfolio here, you know what I mean, if you have a portfolio, but real talk, bro, what's your greatest investment?
Myself.
Facts.
And no one's going to love you more than yourself.
That is true, yeah.
Maybe your mama.
It's just myself, you know what I mean? Because like I know, like there's times where you can sit back and you just like look at your life and you see the whole transition of like where you came from and where you're at right now, you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, I'm alive, I'm blessed, I have my family, I have things to look forward to, and I'm just trying to empower myself in ways where I could be I could just
Make a difference.
into everything that involves what I'm about, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you for coming and taking the time, brother. Respect for coming on Straight Fit Acts.
What should we be on the lookout for?
Damn, just more videos, more music. Hopefully shows sometime soon, you know. I'm just trying to, I'm at a point in my career where I'm actually trying to like collaborate with different artists from the city. So like, if y'all niggas doing music out here and y'all see this, like, y'all holla at me. You know what I mean?
Y'all heard the announcement.
You already know we're trying to collab.
Yeah, we can make something hot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not biased about anything. You know?
Yes,
Like,
sir. Yes,
I got
sir.
love for everybody, every coast of the city, east, west, wherever you're from. We're all in the same bucket trying to make it out. So let's we gotta just collaborate and show each other love. And you heard it first from here, you know, straight facts.
And that's Straight Fit Acts. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah.
That is straight facts.
Second time.
Very well done. Very well done.
Straight facts.
The sports edition, you already know.
Bang,
Got
bang.
Manny Fresh, Sobrigante, and we got Casino Life. You seen that fire ass interview? Now he's gonna talk about sports. So my man, Casino Life. Did you ever play any sports? And if you did, what sports that you did play?
Yeah,
Growing
like
up, you know?
growing up,
St. Pat's, right?
way before St. Pat's, you know,
Okay,
there's
tell, give him the
uplands,
history
you know what I
lesson.
mean?
Okay.
Before St. Pat's, there's uplands, like,
Hey,
and
South Side. Let's go, Mr. Uplands. Let's go.
and like in my ends, like basketball was like, important, like you had the ball, like, you know what I mean? Like you had to make sure like you could compete where like
Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights.
people
What was the
balled
days
from,
like? Yeah.
every day, like
Okay.
after like school from
Okay.
like till like 10 o'clock, court will be packed, like
Shit.
talking about like 40 people
Jesus.
every night, you know,
And that's 5-on-5.
5-on-5. If you lose once, you're
Hey,
not
good
getting
luck.
back on the court.
It's like, yo, go.
I remember the duck competition there in Uplands as well back in the days.
Yeah,
I remember
like,
that
tell us about it. Talk to us
every
about it.
year.
Yeah, the
Used to-
ballers tournament, like that
Balls
was one of the
tournament
like.
with DJ Chris too as well. He was back in the days when the man had hops.
Yeah, the ballers tournament. That was like one of like the most like epic tournaments in the city. Like
Okay.
niggas made a magazine out of the tournament. Like,
Hey,
true,
they had
true.
like Steve Nash on the front
Okay,
cover. Like
okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's where I come from, my hood. Like, you know, Uplands, like ball was
Would you
important.
say you're a shooter? Would you say you're a leaper? Would you say
Like, if you were to say you could be an NBA player, who would you say you modeled your game after?
there we go?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question.
Jeez.
Like, if you was in the league today, who would you say, like, yo, you took game from that player, like a certain move from them, you know? Which player would that
I
be?
mean,
Current,
like
past,
in my
or-
generation,
Yeah,
like
your
everybody
generation.
was.
Don't tell me Steve Kerr because I got some other
Yo,
kind of
he
games.
might have been a shooter, man. You never know. Yo, Steve Kerr, nice.
We got love for Canada.
He got
but
5
like,
rings playing,
like
man.
Steve Kerr.
Let's go.
That wasn't it. You know what I mean? But like depending on your like your build. Like
Yeah.
if you're short and you're quick, like
Yeah.
yeah, for sure you're fucking with Steve Kerr. you know?
Okay.
But like, yo, I come from like seeing Jordan and then seeing Kobe.
Oh, so you're like,
trying-
give me
trying
the
to
ball,
be
give on the line. That's you. You
All
a
our
killer,
and
eh?
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, like yeah, Kobe for sure. Like Kobe was just killing it at one point. Like,
real.
like
So is this
remember
number
that
8 or
crossover where he-
24?
remember that crossover where he used to put it behind his back and through the legs?
Oh, my goodness.
He did
So that's
one on
number 8, man.
Tyrone Lue that was disgusting in the playoff, and I remember that game 1.
Yeah,
Kobe or
And
Iverson?
AI, yeah.
that was
Okay,
AI.
okay,
that was
let's
it.
make sure we
Yeah,
get
was
that
AI.
right. I was like,
That was AI.
Yo, what did
That was
Kobe do
AI.
in game 1? Yeah,
That was
tell
AI.
him.
But AI was
Virginia,
was a problem
that's
too, though. AI
Yeah.
was a problem.
Come on, let's
AI
go.
was a problem. Like
Who do you like in the NBA so far this year? Would you say that that's your squad?
like team wise.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
It could be one from the east, one from the west. You know, you can't just have one team. Some people have 3, 4, 5. Manny, you know what I mean? Let's get it.
Come on now, come on. Would you say you're a LeBron James fan? Let's start with that.
This is for who? This is for Casino Life. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a LeBron James fan, to be honest.
Okay.
But like, yeah, like work ethics and like business wise, he's been a very
He's that guy.
successful businessman. Like he's made like great investments and like put all his friends in position. Like these are things that you'd admire. You know what I mean? But like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I started to admire LeBron's game when I started seeing like him actually like putting work into his game, like because NBA players, you get that contract, you get signed,
Yeah.
but then you got to keep building on your game. You got to keep elevating your game. You got to keep adding things to your game. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And LeBron is one of those guys that like he understands that, he respects that, and that's the reason why a nigga like Kobe was great, because on the summertime he'll be playing ball with like Abdul Jabbar, learning his moves in the post. You know what I mean? Like adding to all his playbook, you know what I mean? And I seen Kobe and I seen LeBron starting to do that, so I respect that.
Quick question for Alonso and Casino there. Do you still think that LeBron James is a first option, or the ball should go to Anthony Davis more?
I'll let you start and I'll finish. Go ahead.
Antonio Davis.
Anthony Davis. Yeah.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he just calls Antonio because that's his Mexican side, you know? You gotta embrace that Latin culture, you feel me? I was Antonio too,
Antonio.
man.
It sounds the same though. Antonio and Anthony. It's
Factual.
It's like, you know.
Yeah.
But like, nah, I'm. Even though I don't trust LeBron in the crunch, I'm still giving the ball to LeBron over but Anthony Davis, but it's like a 1-2 combo. Like they need to be on the same team. They won't excel unless they know how to work off each other. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's like that Kobe and Shaq combo. Because the big man game is doesn't exist in the NBA no more.
Right. As Dwight Howard.
Yeah, the big man game doesn't exist in the NBA no more. So it's like if they're able to like figure this thing out where like he's making like 30 points in the paint and like 20 rebounds a night, they're definitely going to win the championship. You know what I mean?
What do you think, Alonso?
That's an easy question. If you look in the camera, just look at me for a second. LeBron James has 4 rings. Anthony Davis had to ride on that man's back to get one. So, with all due respect, that's a no-brainer. We're talking about greatness. We're talking about a guy that has 4 league MVPs. We're talking about a guy who lost a defensive player award to Marc Gasol. It's questionable, 2013. Y'all can go check the stats. Talking about a guy who took Cleveland, a squad, to the finals twice, you know, I mean, multiple times, but like the first time 2007 had no business beating the Pistons, got them there. Talking about a guy who basically built Miami, you know, gave him 2 extra rings, God bless him, but he should have stayed for another year, but that's his problem, you know what I mean? That's why he's suffering right now, you know what I mean? He can only get 1 or 2, but listen, Anthony Davis, he's not that guy. No, he's not that guy. No, he's not. He's not Kevin Garnett.
The last 6 games,
he's not Tim Duncan.
He's been doing well the last 6 games.
I'm sorry.
I had to admit, I'm not an Anthony Davis fan, but the last 6 games,
listen,
you can't hate
Anthony
on what he's
Davis
doing,
on
right?
the Pelicans was 2nd round. That's it. That's all.
My question is
Remember
this.
this.
My question is
Go ahead.
this to like all LeBron fans. Like, do you guys see LeBron winning another championship? And if not, are you guys comfortable with the fact that he's not going to win another championship?
Not with the Lakers. He's not winning another championship with the Lakers. But let's just say if he's going with the Warriors, there's a good chance he's gonna get that chip.
The thing right now, it's
there's
still
a good
early.
chance he's gonna get that chip.
It's still early because right now they're starting to gel. And I know they started off in a bad season. They played garbage, but like real talk, if you look at the West, there's a lot of teams that are not in the top. There's the Warriors that are not in the top. There's the Mavericks that are not in the top, and the Lakers. You really gonna tell me when the season is done that the Warriors, the Mavericks, and the Lakers are not gonna be in the playoffs? Stop it. So like, I see that there's teams that are flourishing well. There's players that are injured. They haven't gelled together. But I think the Lakers, they need to do some trades, definitely. But if Anthony Davis continues to play the way he's supposed to play, LeBron is always going to show up. And then you got Westbrook, who understands his role. Then they got Beverly. They just need shooters. That's all they're missing. They really need shooters.
Beverly needs to get traded.
You keep him.
The last thing he did that was...
That they need a Draymond on that team. Look at the Warriors. They got a Draymond. Patrick Beverly's the Draymond.
No,
it's sad that he's the shortest. No, but we're talking about the heart.
Beverly to Draymond.
We're talking about the heart.
Don't compare Beverly to Draymond.
Is Beverly the heart of the team? Yes, he is. So is Draymond the heart of the Warriors?
Is the heart of the team for the Lakers?
Yes, he is.
Oh my God!
Because you not see what he does for them.
Listen, guys.
Westbrook's my guy still. You know, I got a track called Triple and Doubling Up. Okay. And it's basically
Mr. Triple Double.
Westbrook inspired me, you know what I mean? Because nowadays you got to triple and double up, you know what I mean? You got to put up numbers, you know, you got to put up 30 points, 14 rebounds, and like 10 assists, you know what I mean?
The man had a 20-20 game, man.
How did I want to know, how did the Westbrook inspire you?
For that track,
it
basically, like, he inspired me in a way where, like, yo, you know how hard it is to get a triple-double?
It is.
Yeah, it's hard.
But if you get the ball the whole time, it could be easy.
I mean, that's
what you think.
That's technically right.
The man is 6'3". He's not 6'8". He's grabbing rebounds over 6'6".
I used to do triple doubles at the YMCA all the time.
Yeah, come on.
No cap, no lies.
YMCA.
I used to shoot, rebound, and pass.
There's no scouting report at the YMCA. They just let you in, man. There's a difference. We're talking about the NBA, my friend.
Quick question. What do you think about Shaq, man? I know he's a Hall of Famer and all that.
We're going to politics right now?
But I don't know, man. There's something about Shaq that's...
What's the question about Shaq?
Do you think Shaq is a hater?
Well, how?
The whole situation with JaVale McGee, first of all. That's
No.
the whole,
JaVale McGee.
the
No.
whole situation that was.
No, I don't think he's hating because if you
What
look,
about what?
if you
Let
look
me
at
see-
how
let me-
they came up in the
let me
league.
finish my
Go
question.
ahead.
You know Dwight is killing it these days, right?
Into what, Taiwan, right?
Taiwan, baby, he's
Thank
killing
you.
it.
Thank you. Shout out. I'm not
What would
disrespecting
you-
that
but
league,
I'll
but
also-
shout
I'll
out
also-
Taiwan
shout out
basketball
Taiwan.
league.
My guy,
Give people opportunities.
My guy, all I'm saying.
What's up?
What would you say if Dwight wouldn't kill it in Taiwan?
How tall is Dwight Howard, first and foremost?
You'd be saying what's going on
How
with
tall
Dwight.
is Dwight Howard? First off,
I'm just, but answer
He's
my
6
question.
foot
What
11,
would you
right?
What would you say?
how
if
many people in the
You're not
Taiwan
answering
league?
my
I just
question,
want to
my friend.
know what's the average height in the Taiwan basketball?
5'9"?
Thank you. So you got someone 6'11".
Right.
If you're not dropping 2K number stats, then you have no business being playing ball.
So
Just
you-
retire.
So
Real talk.
you don't think Shaq is hating though?
No. I think Shaq
So
is
that's
just.
just- so
I
that's-
think Shaq is just. You know what Shaq is? He's a media guy, right? Shaq knows how to build ratings and do what he has to do. And at the end of the day, when Shaq was not winning rings, when he got swept by Olajuwon, people were hating on him. They're like, "Yo, you can't do it." You know what I mean? You have to run to the LA. You couldn't get it done with Penny Hardaway. And then they were losing to Utah Jazz. They're losing to Stockton and a guy named Greg Ostertag and Malone. If you know Greg Ostertag, go check. It was
Legend.
embarrassing. The Lakers got swept in those series. I was looking at them like,
Yo,
how?
No, but Utah
How?
had, no,
What
Utah
are we
was a
talking
good-
about? We talking about
Utah was a-
Lakers?
Utah was a good team.
Greg Ostertag, go Google him. Greg Ostertag
That was a
stopping
solid
Shaq.
white boy, man.
Oh my
That was a
God.
solid white boy. What's the tag from back in the days?
My goodness.
Trust
Come
me,
on.
you want
Be
that guy on your
realistic,
team.
man.
You
Yo,
want that guy on
Sabonis
your
was more
team.
dangerous than Greg Ostertag. And
You
I have
want that
respect
guy
for
on your
Sabonis,
team.
man.
Also,
Come on.
tag was like Curry.
Come on, man.
Pretty
Which
much.
Eddie Curry? Yeah, tell him the right
Eddie-
Curry. Not him. Talking about Chicago Bulls Eddie Curry, man.
Steph
God
or Eddie,
bless,
like-
man. Not Steph Curry.
You know what I mean? Like
Eddie
he was
Curry,
that he was
man.
that short shot. Like Hostertag was that short. Like yo, when you
Yes.
see that ball go to Hostertag, you're like, holy shit, it's going down. And he's wetting it like every single time. Like
Yes, sir.
Utah was a problem. Like
Listen.
Karl Malone. Come on, man. That guy was.
But that's
built,
what I'm trying to say. Shaq,
That guy
Shaq went through it. He didn't win to what, 2000, right? Shaq came in the league in 92. So it took him a good 8 years. So he got abused for 8 years that you couldn't get it done. You got swept. David Robinson's better than you. Patrick Ewing, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, he's doing what he got. And it's actually soft what he's doing for JaVale McGee. It's just like, yo, all you need to do is
I wouldn't say
average 20 and 10 and just stop doing dumb
It
things on the
almost
court.
cost his career. It almost cost his
Yeah,
his
because
career.
social media, I guess it plays with it, but you just gotta have tough skin, man.
So is that the only reason why you think Shaq is a hater, or
Yeah,
is there
that-
more?
yeah.
Is there more?
What else?
Like
I just think it seems like every time that somebody is doing well, centers for some reason, he likes to bash on them.
maybe he has too much passion for the big man game. You know.
Yeah, it could
Like,
be so.
He paved the way, didn't he?
I wouldn't say
Oh,
so.
I'm sorry.
I
What
wouldn't
was
say
that deal
I
he
wouldn't
got
say
in
that.
'96?
He paid the way in
126
what-
million,
in what
7
ways?
years. Yeah, Center started getting paid when Shaq was on the market, man. So he paid homage, man. So at the end of the day, if it wasn't for Shaq, a lot of these players are not getting paid the way they get it, right?
And I respect Shaq because at the end of his career,
Yeah.
like he was exploring different aspects of the game. Like he had a hook shot,
Passing.
He was passing. Like the free throw, he was knocking them down. Before, you used to hack a Shaq, but then it became a thing where like, yo,
Playoffs, it counts.
the Shaq was knocking him down in the playoffs. You
That's
know what
when
I
it
mean? It's like, you
matters.
can't hack a
Exactly.
Shaq no more. Like, you know. So I respect him for. I respect any NBA player that goes into the NBA and elevates their game, because that's what we're that's what we sit back and watch. You know what I mean? We want to see like people get better at what they
understand.
do. You know.
I don't think Shaq's a hater. I think Shaq just wants to give these guys like motivation, because yo, when they were talking smack about
Yeah,
Shaq,
it's
saying
tough
that
love.
you were not nice, he used to take their Jim Gray talk about me. I say a barbecue chicken when I go to Sacramento, Queens, and then you disrespect the Spurs, everybody. You know what I mean? Because you got to use it for motivation.
Let's change
Now,
this
if you insult someone, it's like,
Alonso.
oh, you're sensitive,
Let's
you're
ch-
weak, you have no heart. Like, explain. How you gonna get tough love?
Let's change this conversation a little bit. What you guys have been watching the World Cup these days there?
Yeah, shout out to Canada finally getting
Team
their first
Canada,
goal,
baby.
Their first goal. It's
Shout out
history.
to that. Shout out to that the little
Alphonso
homie.
Davies.
The little
Davies,
homie. Is that-
baby.
That's the guy from Ottawa.
No.
See, you guys don't even know about that kid.
Talk to him.
What? I forget his name, but like Jonathan Davis. Shout out to Jonathan David.
Yeah, you're talking about him. Yeah.
OT native, you know what I mean?
Damn! Saltiness.
Talking about him.
What's going on, man? Manny, what do you do to you on the court, man?
Oh, you know him like that?
No, I'm talking about the other Davis. I like my Alfonso Davis.
The one who got the goal,
The
right?
one that's called the
The
girl.
only goal for World Cup Canada.
Yeah, but he also missed a penalty kick.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Well, he didn't miss it. He just the goalie. You need to know that Courtois is one of the best goalies in the
Run that back.
You know what I mean?
He didn't miss it, but
He didn't miss it. You know
but
what I
he's
mean?
the one who kicked
To
it,
me,
right?
when you're missing, it means like
How does that work?
You know what I mean? The goalie saved it. You know what I mean? That's why I'm looking at it. You know? That's all, man. That's how I'm looking at it.
Manny in the cut. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's-
what's your thoughts on the World Cup so far? Like,
I like
who's
that.
impressed you?
I like the World Cup this year, man.
Yeah.
I think Team Canada.
It's embarrassing. We're out 1-2-3 Cancun, eh? We gave it a shot.
I don't think it's that
Listen, they
embarrassing.
lost twice. It's done.
Yeah, I understand that.
They got
But you
no
also-
points.
Yeah, the process to make it there,
No, for
that's
sure.
a big accomplishment.
No,
right?
shout out to the
You know what I mean?
qualifications,
But
yeah.
Not just every country that made it, right? Do
That's
you see
true.
Team Jamaica in there?
No. If they host, they
Do you
could be
see
like
Team
Qatar.
Haiti in there?
No, that's
Do you see Team Eritrea in there?
No.
No. You know,
You see Team Congo in there? Nope.
No.
No.
But
You know,
Ghana,
people
yo,
so, like-
Ghana's there.
all the good Congolese players are playing for like other teams.
France,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
They're, like in France
Let's
and
go,
Belgium.
man.
Like,
Tell them.
Yo, I don't
we-
know. Have you seen that? Was he from Cameroon?
yeah.
Have you seen the guy from Cameroon? He was playing with Team Switzerland.
Yeah,
And
but
he's-
also there's also Mbappe who's doing the same thing
He
for
scored.
France.
He scored on his own.
He also go.
His own
Wow.
country.
Yeah.
And he didn't celebrate the goal. you know he's not going back home.
No. Talk
You know
to
the
him.
man said, "Hey, my bad, fam."
Tell him.
You know he's not going back home, man. I celebrated the goal with him, but like,
Yeah.
you know.
So
the
my
kid's not
my
going
question
back
for y'all is like, based off what y'all seeing, what is your predictions on what would be the finals of the World Cup? I know it's early, but let's give Casino
home. I
Life
don't
a
know,
chance. and then go ahead,
the
man.
injuries, like Benzema is injured for France, right? So,
Okay.
Neymar right now is injured for Brazil.
So
as
we know
well.
you're not going to choose France and Brazil. We got this. What else?
Well, except for 2K, but that's
Okay.
another thing.
So you think that because Neymar is injured that Brazil won't
Talk to your boy
Yeah,
about
Brazil's
the game,
young.
man.
I think that Brazil's very young.
This guy thinks
I
it's just
just-
a
I
one-man
just- I
team.
just feel
Go
like
ahead.
Brazil always. There's always a player in Brazil that makes his name at the World
Next
Cup.
man up, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's always like Brazil's Brazil, bro.
They're
Like
great
these guys,
players, man.
they sleep with a soccer ball like for a pillow. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Tell 'em.
you know what I mean?
I don't know if you guys watch it. If you guys saw Ronaldo yesterday and Cafu and Roberto Carlos, it was so good to see those guys. We didn't see them for so while, but I just like.
Yeah, I
just-
know. I
it
get
seems,
all
it
that,
seems
but
like
you
when
gotta
you see
answer
this
that
guy, like
question,
you seen
man.
like prime,
Yeah, he's dodging, my
like prime
friend.
soccer, right?
I hear you.
You know what I
That's
mean?
cool. That was nice publicity. But answer that question.
I
Who
just-
you gonna take for the World Cup final? Don't dodge that, man. I get it. Nice, Roberto Carlos. All that. It's nice. But
I don't know. I
stick
mean,
to the game.
I'm so like Team Africa, man. But
Okay,
like
who we got? Yo, it's good.
But
Ghana,
Ghana not going out. I don't think.
Senegal.
No, I think France got a good chance to
Okay,
make
so
it
you
out.
think they're gonna repeat again?
I think so. I think they.
That's good.
Depending on Olivier Giroud, if he plays well,
Mm-hmm.
and what's his name? Got 7 goals now. Mbappe. He got 7 goals now. He's got a
Yeah,
good chance
France.
to. He got a good chance to beat the record.
He got 7 goals already.
So in the World Cup of all time.
Or like in total.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's time being
And then
out there.
start.
I was gonna be like, yo,
I
his
think
man's
That's a little
lit.
too much. So,
Yeah,
I feel like it started last week. Like, how
Yeah,
did,
it's
how
just-
did man score 7 goals already? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the clip with Canelo Alvarez when
Messi, yeah?
the whole Messi situation.
Yeah, so he disrespected the Mexican flag.
What do you think about that? Do you think he knew? Do you think he knew that the jersey was on the ground, or
Listen, I can't speak for another man's actions, but what I can
what do
say
you
is
think
that
about it?
he knew what he was doing.
You think so?
Yeah. Because you can't just put
You think it was
you can't
disrespecting the-
have like the camera there and then you're the only one with the flag that close to your feet. You know what I
Do
mean?
you think it was disrespecting the Mexican flag?
But do you think that he knew the camera was filming
the
him?
jersey,
my bad. Yeah, the
the
jersey.
jersey flag.
Do you
whatever.
think he was aware the camera was on?
Probably not. That's the only
That's
the
what-
only issue, you know.
that's
You
what
know?
phones-
That's the problem with today's era. You know?
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell as players, you know, like they just don't keep that stuff quiet. You know what I mean? You think you're enjoying a good time?
Do you actually think that if Canelo saw Messi face to face, he would slap that? He
No,
would slap
because you
him?
just put it on the internet, so he's gonna go to jail. Like you
Yeah,
just
we just
pretty
talking
much
shit.
you put the source and the tail. Yeah, it's a wrap.
I'm like, I understand
Yes,
the guy's
sir.
a boxer, but I don't think that Messi is Messi, man.
That's what
I know
that's what Twitter's for,
I
man.
know
You
there's
get the
20 security guards out there.
on, man.
But yo, nowadays we might see that fight on one of those channels. What do they call
I
them
think
things?
Messi's smart, man. You don't want that.
which fight?
Sorry, in what is those celebrity boxing?
Yeah, where do they host these things on Crave? Is it Crave?
Yeah, they have them on Crave. They have them on all platforms. But I'm saying, nah, trust me, Messi, stick to soccer, man. You don't want to put them dukes up with a professional boxer, man. He's not Jake Paul, man. I'll tell you that, man. You don't want
Obviously
that.
not.
Yeah.
I just thought. I don't think he did it on purpose, man. I just thought it was the wrong place at the wrong time, kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't think he can even get close to Messi. Like Messi's worth so much money. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you guys? Who do you think is gonna make it the finals?
For the World Cup, I'm gonna go with my friends from Netherlands. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Heineken beers. You know what I mean? And that's straight facts. Let's get it.
straight friends.
You know, we had this ritual here on Straight Facts that every time somebody says something ridiculous, you said you want to put some money on it, right?
You know what you just said? You just said the guy that missed the soccer kick.
You want to put some money
the
down?
penalty kick is
You wanna
talking
put
to
some-
me.
Do you want to put
Alright,
some money down on the Netherlands?
No, I don't. But listen, the guy that missed the
Good
penalty
answer.
kick is talking me about ridiculous. Come on, let's go, man.
No, for real though, I'm very proud to be Canadian.
You have to, man. Shout out to the blessings, man.
Shout out to Team Canada. They did
Team
real well.
Canada. You
Shout
know
out
what I
to
mean?
the kid from
Shout out
Ottawa.
to the coach who tried to say he's going to beat Croatia, but Croatia's just disrespected us. My goodness, wow. But yeah, hey.
So what about
next 4 years, man? Let's get
Hey,
it.
I wanna talk about Tua, man. I wanna talk about the Dolphins.
So is this your Super Bowl prediction after week 12?
I don't know. My Dolphins is looking good there. Am I wrong?
Are they looking good?
They're looking
Are they
good.
better than the Chief?
Hey man, it's a 50-50 chance
It's
right now.
a 50-50
No
chance.
lies.
See how the man changed the tone, eh? My
There's a
Dolphins are looking
50
good now, but then when the Chiefs, it's a 50-50. I
What about
respect.
you? What about you? Because like, were you ever a football fan when you were growing up there?
Yeah, for sure. Like I was a heavy football fan.
Okay.
Like I played football in high school.
No
Okay,
way.
what position?
Vikings, Mustang, Giants.
No, high school fan.
High school?
Okay,
Yeah.
let
Club
that man
teams?
shine, man.
No club teams. I just
just-
played. I was wide receiver in high school. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
let's go. What was the number?
But my number, I don't even remember.
You remember? Okay. It wasn't
I used to remember I didn't like practice.
yeah.
AI?
I just didn't like football practice. I didn't like.
Because it's every day.
Like
in
AI,
the
huh?
snow, in the rain. There's no days off. Eh? You think you get a time off?
No,
eh?
practice?
That's disrespectful. That's
I don't know. It was, I think the fact that it was after school and I just wanted to go home
You
and
just
eat.
don't want to get hurt before the game, right?
It's just something about practice. I just didn't.
Practice, talking about practice, man. Come on, man. We ready for the game, man.
Yeah, but like I played. I was wide receiver.
Okay.
So like niggas like Randy Moss.
Okay.
But
So talk about those receivers. Who would be your top 5 receivers based on what
top
you?
5, I don't even know 5 receivers.
No, not
in the
today's
NFL.
game. Not today's game. What you used to watch. You just said Randy Moss. That's one of the
Yo,
greats.
Randy Moss.
Right.
That's probably like the only one that I remember.
No, that's fair.
Oh, Terrell Owens was a receiver. Yeah,
Jerry
T.O. was-
Rice.
Oh, Jerry Rice, of course.
Whoa.
You guys
These
are
guys are
busy?
so
You
disrespectful.
can't forget Megatron, my guy, Megatron.
You guys are bringing it back. You know,
Come on, man.
like yeah.
What
Jerry,
about NBA? Well, would you
Jerry
say?
Rice was the most impressive one because
Yeah, he played the longest,
he used to watch the jumbotron.
Yeah.
So like he would run and watch the jumbotron, and then when he sees the ball coming close, that's when he put up his hands. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
Like that's different,
that's
bro.
tight,
like,
man. That's
Who would you say is your top 5 in the NBA though?
like right now,
Yeah.
top 5 right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a good
players
players.
or
They're all,
coach or
they're all-
teams?
they're all crazy.
Players.
Like Luca's crazy.
That's what's up.
Like what's that? The homie in Milwaukee. Giannis is crazy.
Antetokounmpo.
Curry's just
You already know,
amazing.
4-time champion, man. Yeah.
You know, it's like there's so many good players. Like I feel like the NBA is a lot more competitive than it was before.
I agree with that.
Before it used to be more aggressive, but now there's more finesse to it. But it's still a lot more competitive.
So there's more skilled players now.
It's more skilled players, yeah.
No, definitely.
Oh my God, yo, thank you for coming.
Respect.
What's up?
And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Casino life, and that's straight facts right
Straight
there.
facts.
Straight facts.